All right. Welcome to our Monday night pay for play. Looks like we got a bunch of shit going on here in the chat. We got some people who have gotten their second shot of COVID. We got people putting out some sets on the bench press. It's good to see you back, Mr. Thomas Schumann. So yeah, it sounds like it's been a busy day for all of us. Finally here in Ohio, we have some I guess better weather coming our way, so that's gonna make me feel better for the rest of the week, although today was shitty. So yeah, I had a long day as well, but we are here and we are ready to get with it. I have a friend in town from LA, so I will not be, so mark your calendars now, I will not be doing a video on Friday. So no video this week on Friday. We'll probably just do Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday again, depending on how many pay for plays keep coming in. So we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting pay for play because the last three, which was Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, was all the one person making the suggestions. But today we have a bunch of people, kind of like times of old. So we have a bunch of different people who have paid for plays that we've got set up. And then next Saturday morning, we have Mr. Jean. Let me check that to make sure. Yes, Jean-Francois is going to be doing our Saturday suggestions. And then Manuel Romero is going to be doing our Sunday suggestions. And then we have the leftovers who will be doing the Monday suggestions. So yeah, buddy. So today, first up, we've got Caleb Ritchie. I think Caleb Ritchie, this is your first time paying. Oh, that's another thing. So I'm looking right now at my setup, my Excel setup that has basically all the songs that I've listened to and who paid for them and all that other stuff from like, I got back all the way to, let's check it, April 12th. I went all the way back to April 12th. So it's over a month and a half ago. But I'm definitely not going back from the beginning because that would just take way too much time. Now, if one of you wants to do it, let me know, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on Google Docs, basically, or Google, yeah. And I'm just going to like, if you want to be added to it, I'm going to add you as a viewer. And if you really, really feel like you have a lot of energy and you want to like take some work and load off of my shoulders and be an editor, then I will let you edit and add the songs that we do. If you feel like you have that much time and that's something you'd actually be interested in, I think you need to tell me. And therefore, I can let you be an editor. I'm not going to have everybody be an editor because I don't want to get all fucked up or something like that. So I really have to know you, and you have to be someone that is not going to ruin all of the work that I did, because it literally took me 2 or 3 hours to get that shit. Just going back to my PayPal and looking at all the things that were asked for. So our first up is Caleb Ritchie, who I don't think he's ever paid for one before, and he has picked someone that we have done before, Tigran Hamasyan, I think is how you say it. Hamasyan? I don't know fuck how you say that shit. But Caleb obviously saw the other one where we did Tigran. And is it Tigran or Tigran? Tigran? I don't know. See, who knows? You guys got to somehow tell me and help me out on the situation. The song is called Entertain Me. So let's see if Caleb's pick is something that you all like and if it's something that I like. So here we go, y'all. Oh yeah, it's jazzy. I know Jethro Tull, but not well, so you could pick something and I wouldn't know it. Oh, John, sweet. kind of like it. I like that feel. I like that. Hey, Junk. I'm not pawning anything off. It's your choice. Oh, I like this part a lot. I like how it's on the difference of the. It's like right on the offbeat. Is this like a instrumental? Dude, I really like the play of the different rhythms going on here. Ooh, that was cool how it just all faded. Somebody like scatting? Yes. Dude, kind of. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it did have that jazzy feel as the last song did, if I remember correctly. And I think the fact that this was short, because it was kind of repetitive, but I mean, even though I had like different rhythms going on and stuff like that, it was kind of repetitive. If it would have gone on for like 2 or 3 more minutes, I probably would have got bored. But because it was so short, that's definitely going on my playlist. I just like the feel of it. It almost reminds me of that Charlie Brown song that you always hear during Christmas and stuff like that, with like obviously like different rhythms and stuff. But yeah, that would go on my playlist as kind of like an interlude to the next song. I think would be cool because it was short enough that it made. I liked the rhythms enough, and even though it repeated a little bit, I liked how it kind of. I just like the feeling of it. Really good. And I think if I listen to it more again, to hear more of that stuff, like at the end, you could hear somebody scatting, kind of maybe just singing, kind of like, you know how guitar players, like when they play, they just also play and sing like what they're playing, kind of either before or during as they're playing it, which I think is uber talented when they do that. So yeah, definitely cool. Thank you, Caleb. Let's see. John, yes, you can send it to me. You know what? Actually, I'm going to write this down right now for all of you. There you go. That's my email. So if you ever need to email me, ask me a question or anything like that, that's the best way to get a hold of me. And yes, you can send that to my email and I'll try to download it. Do you have like the bands and the names as well? Or is it just bands and how many times I've done that band? The more specific, the better. Basically what I'm doing is the date, the band that I'm listening to, or the band, the song, and then who paid for play, if they paid for play. I guess that wouldn't necessarily be applicable to the things of the past. All right, sweet. Band and song sounds good. Yeah, some of you said it was a very playful vibe. I think I agree with that. Is there anybody else? It didn't seem like anybody else had too much to say about that song. It wasn't like there was a ton to say about that song, but yeah. Caleb, tell me why you in the comments picked that song, or what is it about that kind of stuff that you dig and enough to have me want to listen to it, or was that purely just I want to see what captain's going to say about it. So, all right, so we are going to move on to the next song, and that next song is called Time. The Evaluator is the band, and then Terminus is the name of the song. And this is by Christian Amaranto. I don't know if I'm saying that correct. I'm saying it with like a Spanish accent, because Amaranto sounds like Spanish to me. But have you guys ever heard of Time the Evaluator? Such an interesting name. Time the Evaluator is here to play for you. Terminus is the name of the song. So this will be my first time, and these are, some newer bands on the list, which I like because it exposes me to new things. So here we go with Terminus. Terminus. I like the art. It's a cool little glass, blow glass. Thanks, John. I like the feeling, the atmosphere. Ooh. Yeah, I do think the name is also a little weird. Yeah. Okay. Dude, who's this sound like? I like it. What's his voice sound like? I like it. Yeah, I can see that. I like it. With your hands in the dirt, you will find your hurt, dust and ash. Lift up us off your passion. Right as I say that. Okay. If that's all it is, I'm cool. Just don't go back to it. I like that bass sound. Other than that, like, 10 seconds of whatever that fuck that was, I like it. I'm gonna be Fred Durst all of a sudden. It's my way or the highway. Dude, this stuff? Fuck yeah! Don't go back to Fred Durst. Junk, I like the little comma after rage. Yes! Dude, this is gonna go on a playlist if he doesn't go back to Fred Durst. I like that. Boom, that was sweet. Take me back. Take me where I came from. Boys, take me back, Mother. Yes. Good voice, man. Time, Evaluator. And only like a 5-minute song. I think this is a great song. Christian, good choice, man. Nice fade out. Yeah, what the hell? See, this is exactly what I'm talking about with this channel. Is like most of the people in here who are very, what's the word I'm looking for? Knowledgeable about a lot of these bands have never heard of these guys, and that was how does a song like this, in the midst of all these knowledgeable people who know this stuff, go practically unnoticed? That was a great song, and like I said, besides that little 10-second, like, I can handle that if it's only 5-10 seconds of something that I don't particularly care for, and the rest of the song is that good. Heck yeah. So besides the cheesy name, as Junk and I both agree on, is kind of a little cheesy, and besides that 5-second Fred Durst bit, kind of like showed up and did his little piece and then took off. Yeah, I think that's a great song. So Chris has actually heard of them. He says he has 3 songs by these guys saved in your Spotify. Is this one of them, Chris? Is this song Terminus one of the songs that you have saved? And if not, if you have them saved, the other 3 must be good as well. So Christian, good job, man. Way to pick a band and way to introduce a bunch of us to this new band. Where are they from? I was kind of, I wouldn't know. So let us know where they're from and what's going on with them and where this band is at and who they are. Let us know in the comments section. All right, so good job. That's definitely going on a playlist. We got 2 for 2 on playlist today. That's unusual. Usually I have like 1 at the most, maybe average probably 1, sometimes 2. So we're already at 2 that are going on the playlist for today. So awesome. Happy about that shit. All right, next, we have another one coming back by Jason Butler. I'm not even going to try to pronunciate the fucking song. It's by the Hirsch Effect, which I did indeed know was German. I guessed that one correctly. The Hirsch Effect, I like that first song that we listened to by them. This song is called, it's Agnosie. Agnosie? I don't fucking know. I don't know. Hirsch Effect is German, but is Agnosie? I don't know. Sounds something else. So here we go with the Hirsch Effect for our song number 3. Let's kick some shit.
Herzlich willkommen in den Off the Road.
That's right. He told me to turn on the subtitles for this, but I can't because the subtitles weren't embedded in the video.
Denn aus Hannover kam noch nie etwas Gutes.
So you Germans can tell me what he's saying.
Hirsch Effect. Ein deutscher Titel also mit
Hirsch
vorgestelltem englischem Artikel, was vermutlich einen künstlerischen Anspruch suggerieren soll. Und wo wir gerade von Anspruch sprechen, die 3 jungen Männer haben sich trotz ausreichender musikalischer Fähigkeiten für ein Ungetüm an Lärm und Gejammer entschieden. Warum auch immer. Sie wüten und grunzen. Die Texte schmieren es dem Hörer förmlich um die Ohren. Es geht dem Künstler nicht gut. Allem Anschein nach hat er Probleme mit dem weiblichen Geschlecht.
Problema? Sounds like problem.
So gut Gitarre spielen.
I don't think that's what you're saying.
Mit dem mittlerweile 3. Album versuchen sie, auf den staatlichen Mindest.
Am I on fire? I'm on fire. Ah.
Es will ihnen nicht so recht gelingen. Auch mit dem Song, den sie jetzt hier darbieten werden. Agnosie. Ein Lied, das man nicht zum Einschlafen hören sollte und
sorry, man, I really wish that I had the subtitles for this, but when I uploaded it, they didn't show up.
Appell an Sie, tun Sie etwas Sinnvolles und schalten Sie jetzt aus.
Oh, is this gonna get blocked? Shit. Very punk. That guy's doing what I want to do. Yeah, look at him just sitting there like, what the fuck? Oh, that's sweet. No, it didn't. Sound like this. This is very punk. Lick jam. Not feeling it so far. I think the guitar sounds horrible. Yes. Scott, that's exactly how I feel. I can feel the emotion, but man, that guitar sounds like absolute shit. I like the fucking energy they have, though. Zvan. Okay, I like this part a lot better. I like how the drummer's doing different stuff on the snare. That was cool. I think it's more the effect on his guitar that sounds like shit that makes him sound sloppier than it is. And maybe that's the effect they're going for. I mean, that is kind of punk tradition. Like this part. Yeah, this is definitely more like... They're obviously talented. I'm just not a fan of the sound. Cool bass line. I mean, just listen to that. I think it's purposeful that it sounds like muddy like that. All right, so Jason, unfortunately, I didn't like that song nearly as much as I liked their first song. I do remember, I think, when we were listening to it, people saying, or someone saying, this is not really what it's not really reflective of what they really sound like, and maybe that this is what they sound like. But I think a part of it too is like it's a failing of, even if you have a really, really good song or an idea, when it gets so played out or overdone so many thousands of times, it's hard to just like break through again with that same kind of shtick. And this has this kind of, punk rock, angry, weird, off the cuff, dirty sound has just been done so much. Yeah, I mean, it's just been done so much that it's kind of lost its like thing. Maybe for me only. Maybe you guys in the chat can speak to this differently, but for me, if this would have come around like in the early 2000s, it probably would have hit much harder because it would have been more new and fresh, whereas it just seems like it's been overdone so much. The whole, like, it kind of reminds me of when I was in Korea, and I'm not even joking, this would have been around 2017. I went to this, I think I talked about it on one of the videos before this, but I went to this band live show that my wife's friend wanted us to go to, because supposedly this band was really like big in Korea, or getting bigger, and they were a rock band. They weren't like K-pop, and they were called Yellow Mustard was their name. And we went in, and it was just really funny because I'm not joking, the band sounded almost 100% like Green Day. I was like, I think I can fucking listen to Green Day. And in the crowd, they had all these Korean kids that like would get in a circle, and they'd all kind of like this big circle, and then like they would just like do the whole punk rock dance, like the that kind of punk rock dancing that people do. And they kick their little feet out like little leprechauns or something like that. And they just like did this in a circle, and then they would like, when the song built up like a typical punk rock song, they just kind of rushed, but they didn't understand mosh pit. Like they had never, mosh pit's not a thing in Korea that I know of. And they just kind of like ran into each other and had fun and laughing and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I'm watching something happen like 20 years after its inception start to become big in this culture. It was like they had just discovered punk rock and like the rebelliousness of it and all this other stuff. And in Korean, the guy, when he was talking in between songs, he'd be like, "Gesegya, gesegya, gesegya," which means like "fuck you, fucker," like, which is like totally punk rock feel. And I was just like, man, culturally, I would always say Korea culturally and socially are like 20 years behind the United States. So like 20, 30 years ago, United States was going through this transition of allowing and being okay with like homosexuality and stuff like that, and now it's just normal. Like they're just starting to going through that, and even then they're having a hard time with it. So it's just really funny. So even like last week we were watching something on TV, my wife and I, and it was like an actual mosh pit where people were beating the shit out of each other in the mosh pit, and my wife was like, what is that? And she's like, are they actually hitting each other? I was like, yeah, that's a mosh pit. Koreans are not violent, so they don't take it out on each other, but mosh pits here are totally foreign to them. No pun intended. But anyway, yeah, not my thing, Jason, that song in particular. But, I did like some of the things that, like some of the licks, I guess, that they had. But overall as a song, I would probably not be interested in hearing that ever again. All right, so let's move on. We have Mr. John Feedy. Mr. John Feedy is in the house, and he's picked a song by Breaking Orbit, which, what the hell was that first one? One Time? What was the name of that first song? Let me look it up. It was like Direction, something, One Direction, where is it? My Direction. There it is. See, this is handy having this little thing to look back on. My Direction was the first one. I have that on my playlist, and it's been playing a lot. So definitely liking that. So Breaking Orbit has come together, and we're going to do Time Traveler. So let's do Time Traveler and see if Mr. John Feedy can hit the feels. Same album, because I remember that cover. Like the bass part. Sounds just so fucking sick. Yes. Dude, I fucking love this. This is a gym song already. To say that screaming matches. And then they go to normal singing. Good, like it. Ooh, nice transition here. Good. Yeah, dude. Need to go to the gym. And I like his singing voice. Dude, I'm liking this, man. Nice. Scott, I can hear it a little bit, but dude, this is different than Tool for sure. But I can see where you can kind of get it. Yes.
As it came closer, I still couldn't be sure.
Yeah, like that. Dun, dun.
I mean, the similarities were hard to deny.
And
It was too late to realize the
That
It looked to me like I was too confident without you.
breaking orbit is breaking orbit.
Clearly into my mind.
Yeah, Sig, I agree, man. Australia is like producing some of the best bands currently. Dude, this song is sick. I love the feel and the power. It is getting a little repetitive. I want to hear it go somewhere, though. I want to hear it go somewhere. Which would go into the Tool vibe, the repetitive. Nice. This is totally Tool here. Yeah, agreed, Adrian. Exactly what I said. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear Wheel a little bit too, Chris. Because Wheel sounds like Tool. Yes. That's funny, John. Outer Space Wheel. Dude, this is a solid song, man. This is a solid song. Me off and down. Is that it? Yeah, man, John. Excellent pick. This band is 2 for 2 for sure. On the heavier side, they're definitely more heavy, less melodic. But I like how they blend the melodies that they do have into the heaviness that they have. Definitely going on my playlist again, dude. That's 3 songs on my playlist today. 3 out of 4. Hell yeah, man. This is like a coming from behind pay for play night, because a lot of these songs I'm definitely digging these a lot. So yeah, it seems like other people in the chat liked it as well, so we're definitely doing good. And now Mr. John has also picked the last song or songs for us tonight, and I have to thank John, because he even said it when he left his note for me, that he's kind of impatient, and he's going to basically push me to finally finish In Contact by Caligulas Horse. Because as you all know, the last song on In Contact is Graves, which I've already done. And that was done a long time ago. I think that was one of the first songs that I listened to by Caligulas Horse. And that song is so fantastic. Probably top 5 song for me in the last 2 years since I've been doing this. Definitely a top 5 song for me. It's so good. But we have to finish off this album, and so he's basically paid for play for these 2, which the names of these 2 songs put together is Inertia, and The Weapon of the Wall is the first song, and Cannon's Mouth is the second to last song on the album that I have yet to hear. And this will finally put me done with In Contact, which is one of my favorite albums of the last 2 years for sure. And then I think what I'll do after this is done now, we will go back to Bloom, and I'll listen to Bloom and Marigold together since everyone spazzed out that I didn't do that last time. And I liked Bloom. Bloom was really, really good. So we will have to see how this album ends for me because, like I said, I've already heard the way it actually ends with Graves. So here we go with the finish of Caligulas Horse's In Contact, which I'm kind of like bittersweet because I'm ending it, which is good because it's been so long. But it's also like, I don't know if I want to end it because this is one of my favorite albums, probably top 2 so far in the last 2 years. So here we go. Let's see how it goes. Thank you, John.
But the writing is on the wall, cried the fresh cut to the old wound still bleeding, as if he didn't know. As if he hadn't done his fair share of reading, like he'd never felt the flames of revolution, the young man's simple solution peter out time and time again, like he'd never spotted revolution's hole before the end. And the writing on the wall, that impotent echo of inertia unmasked. The writing on the wall that really matters is in the Jewish quarter under bulletproof glass. It holds a lost family's past. The top will fight to be forgotten. This whole fucking city's rotten to the core. But it's you. And it's me. It's the woman heavy with child screaming please from the doorway. She clutches her belly as triage sets in when the night street sweeper lets her choose which one of her children. It's the jacked-up jackboot with his foot on the neck of the pale girl, the frail girl, dimming the light in the only eyes bright enough to see a pattern through the cracks. This lonely boy, chewed up and swallowed by street spit, famine, and rats. It's the words of the last librarian, the only man among us with enough courage and true grit to save our knowledge from the fires we lit when he burst, arms full from the blaze. One proud voice in the panic he called out, son, if you're going to cry, then cry havoc. It's the neighborhood pill pusher, a family man. It's our weakness. It's our strength. We are the very fingertips of life's outstretched hand.
A little cheesy there.
But you'll find no spark in the sandstone dark, 'cause what the holy man won't preach is that the one thing that unites us is reach. We reach forward. And there aren't enough songs in the world. Not enough words in my tongue, nor enough breath in my lungs. There is no echo that has lasted so long, no shadow that has stretched so far as we.
I definitely think the effects on his voice are cool. They add a lot.
Forward. And its safe hands back down the line in the endless chain, not lost, never lost. When the strength we gain from their giving remains, we reach for the echo, we reach forward for the moment between waking and sleep, for the some, not some of us, together we leap, and yet we eat enough stone so hard hearts hide a home under promise, understanding, under children's skin and bone. And the writing on the wall you love was hand-penned by the censor, so spit in the cannon's mouth and tell him ink sent you.
Nice. Dude, here's the Dream the Dead kind of genty stuff. Love this. Dude, this is so Caligulas Horse. I love it. I do love that Inertia came right after Capulet. Capulet just sounds very, poemy. Yes. They do their transitions so well. Love that low beat.
I had all the pieces that I needed. Saw the places in between you, taught me to breathe it all in.
Yes. So creative in the delivery.
With nothing but the dark below. I could believe you were alive.
Like a lullaby. Building.
The mortar underneath the keystone, heir to all that could not breathe you. Showed them the love in the lie. But I saw the tragedy of life that lingers.
Damn, this is such a good song. This might be one of my top songs of this album. Ooh. Building. Oh. Dude, they just take me to the fucking heavenly gates. Dude, so good. Love this. Don't fear it. Wow. So catchy. Into my waiting arms, building the dream we share. I love that you can understand what he's saying. Sounds cool. There's that line. Yes. Damn. This might be one of my favorites from this whole fucking album. Damn, I love this ending. Wow, and that's the way we end it? Fuck yeah. I mean, even the ending, Scott, was kind of like Dream the Dead ending, but not as good. I mean, it was heavier, but Dream the Dead, yeah, I agree. Dream the Dead is really, really tough to beat. So let me look at this, because I'm going to look at the track listing. I've said this to everyone. The Hands of the Hardest is my favorite song by far on this album. I fucking cried my eyes out when I listened to that. I still, man, there's so many good songs. Dream the Dead obviously is really good up there. Songs for No One is good. Capulet, oh, I fucking love Capulet. Graves, I mean, literally, this is like the Dream Theater of old. And I've said this so many times, but like, to me, old Dream Theater, like, there's still Dream Theater in that what they write is pretty much Dream Theater, but it's that old Dream Theater, the first like 5, 6, 7 albums, it was like 8 out of the 10 songs were absolutely amazing, and the other 2 were good. But like nowadays, especially with Distance Over Time, I would say like 3 are amazing, and 3 or 4 of them are good, and then a couple of them are like, eh. This album is like the old Dream Theater in that, I mean, almost every song that I'm looking at on this track listing is just like fucking awesome. Just absolutely awesome. Definitely one of the best albums. Agree, Adrian. Definitely one of the best albums. It's just so fucking good. And that is a great way. I would say as far as the poem is concerned, yes, it's a good listen to it. And I actually think the effects, I felt like I was at a meetup. Does everybody here know meetup.com? Yeah, meetup.com is, I think it came out of Canada. And it's pretty popular here in the States, and like in the last like 7 years or 6 years that I was in Korea, it started becoming big in Korea as well. It's a cool little website. It's a great way to like take what you like to do, your hobbies, and then meet other people who like to do it. And you can even start your own group. So I typically started my own groups because I would never be able to find the stuff that I'm interested in. Or I did, and I don't know, just kind of went to Korea. Nobody knew about Meetup, so I started using Meetup as a way to meet people as well as do the things that I like. So I started a philosophy group. There was a group that I was a part of in Denver before I left called Socrates Cafe, which is just like a philosophy group. And then I went to Korea and started a thing called Socrates Cafe, basically, which is a philosophy meetup. Then that kind of ran its course, and I started another meetup called Social Dilemma, which was basically just talking about real social relationship issues. And that was really fun. And yeah, I just feel like meetup.com, like this is definitely a great way to kind of go through the same ideas together. And yeah, meetup.com also had the kind of, this is what I was trying to say, and I kind of lost my thought for a second. But meetup.com had this like poem readings in Denver, I remember. And you would go there and it was people reading a poem kind of like that, like very like active and acting and that kind of stuff. And why don't you want to tell me? Like, just not reading it straightforward as a poem. That poem kind of felt like that. And it's good to listen to once, but it's not something I'd probably skip it too as well. But yeah, I'm glad they had it on there and I got to listen to it once. So John, yes, like what is it? Yeah, Poetry Slam. I think it was the other way around, Poetry Slam. But have you guys ever heard of Meetup.com? If you haven't, I don't know in all the countries that you're in if they have Meetup, but Meetup.com is a great way you could probably start your own group of, people who love progressive rock, or let's talk about how great Caligulas horse is. So yeah, this has been a great day. I would say the poem is not going to go on a playlist because I would skip it. No, they aren't sponsoring me. I actually sponsored them a shit ton because I had to pay for the fucking meetups that I had to design. Like, I think if you want to be a leader of a meetup, you have to pay like, I think it's like $35 or $40 a year or something like that. It's not great. So in actuality, I sponsored them, unfortunately. If they want to, Meetup, if you happen to be listening to this, you can sponsor me. But yeah, I'd say the poem is obviously not going to go on a playlist, but that last one for sure, what is it? Cannon's Mouth is for sure going on there. So literally, we are, what is that? 3 of 5? 3 of 5 are going to go on my playlist today. That's very unusual, people. So good job. yeah, so that's going to end our time tonight. We're exactly at 1 hour. So remember, folks, no Friday this Friday. So the next live will be Saturday morning and Sunday morning. All right, so peace out.